that light is on.
Mm-hmm.
That's a bright light.
Yeah. You're good.
All right, we're here with Charles. Charles has agreed to share his case with us. He's an interesting story. We'll go through some of your background. This is just kind of raw and off the cuff, right? We didn't really rehearse this.
Yeah.
He came in yesterday, and we did. I didn't. We were going to record it yesterday, but he was in such bad shape. It wasn't going to be good or nice to put that on video. So.
Yeah. That would've- yeah.
So he came in severe pain, just a lot of back pain. He couldn't sit, he couldn't really stand. He was just really uncomfortable. Period. A lot of pain down his leg. He had sciatica down the right side, numbness in his leg from the knee down. Right.
Yeah, the whole outside, my toes, can't put on my socks, can't put on my shoes.
He couldn't put on sock shoes. When I was doing some, even now, if you have to get up and move or stand up, you can. And so he, even when I was palpating or checking out his neck, the other regions of the spine, there were times where he was almost felt like he was going to pass out. It was like that kind of severe pain. So we did adjust him last night, and he's doing better today. He's able to sit a little longer, stand and walk a little better. He said he's got some feeling back in his leg that he didn't have. He couldn't move his right foot or his big toe, which now he's able to do. Yeah. Well, there's little things.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's a big deal.
A little big deal. So part of his history is he's done a lot of physical labor over the years. He's had a lot of trauma. I think you said you had about 5 concussions or somewhere in that.
Yeah.
He got, I guess you were in an altercation. You got hit with a crowbar across your mid-back. That's physical trauma. That's damaging to somebody. You know, it creates a lot of problems in someone's spine or health. And so people have these traumas, and they don't necessarily ever think about going to a chiropractor. But he came in here and just said, I'm going to go to a chiropractor.
Yeah, it just got too bad, waking up every morning in that kind of pain, and it'll put on your socks, it gets defeating, and and I wasn't about to continue to deal with it.
So yesterday he had some pretty strong words, like he was describing things, and it made me think there's a lot of people out there that are suffering and struggling with pain, and some don't ever decide to go to a chiropractor. Some are unfortunately get hooked on opioids or drugs, and whatnot. And so we want to try and help people not get to that point. You were saying things like waking up in the morning in such severe pain. It's like,
yeah, and like it's to the point, you're so frustrated because you can't move, you can't do anything. You can't use the bathroom, you can't take a shower, and it's like you don't know what to do. And like I said yesterday, like a lot of people, they end up not thinking that they have any option. They end up being suicidal or turn into drugs or alcohol. And to be honest, I wouldn't have known what to do. I didn't know what to do until somebody mentioned it, and I was like, I can't do. I didn't think it was possible. And then I spoke with Sally and went over the numbers and in the process, and it's there's no amount of money that can put towards just the slightest relief I felt in just one night. But looking at the rest of my life, like I don't want to do. I can't deal with that. I can't deal with this no more. And I'm just glad that I did find an option.
I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad you made that option. And we're dedicated to helping you. I know chiropractic is gonna help you. Yeah. I'll be helping you, but chiropractic is gonna help you tremendously and change your life. I know that. So we did some x-rays on him, and which I went over with him briefly just before here, so I'm not going to go into such detail on the video. But we also did these scans on you, and you didn't see these yet.
No.
And so these scans we do as a they're a functional analysis of the person. In other words, we're looking at here stress in a nervous system. It does that by looking at thermography, heat patterns, that when there's stress and tension from misalignments or trauma in the spine, it's going to create distress and tension on the nervous system, and it's going to show here through heat patterns of thermography, all right, so infrared. So we're looking at you here, and this is your nervous system, and the nervous system is the brain and spinal cord. The brain sends messages, like we talked about, down the spine, out all these nerves. And the colors are indicating stress and tension and irritation and distress in your nervous system, brain and spinal cord. So green is mild, blue is moderate, red is severe, and black is severe, very severe nervous system distress. His body, his nervous system was in a state of massive, severe distress. All right, so put this, someone living in this scenario is not happy and is not feeling good.
That's why I almost passed out.
Yeah, so we introduced, just some tests are doing on him. I couldn't do much on him yesterday. We had to complete this test tonight because he couldn't sit to do this test yesterday. He wasn't able to really do much of anything yesterday. No. You were so bad. It was really just, even taking the x-ray was challenging, but we got it done, and we did the rest of the scan tonight. So this was yesterday's scan. This was today's. This is the tension in his muscles. So anywhere you see colors is stress and tension in your muscular system. Green is mild, blue is moderate, red is severe, and throughout your whole spine. These are the muscles that are attached to the spine, along the spine. Again, here's your lower back. Not a surprise that that's showing red. And then here in your neck region, and then in your mid-back too. Just a lot of stress and tension in the muscular system. This is imbalance in your muscles. The right side of your body is pulling harder than the left. So you have right side pulling hard here, then it shifts to the left, then back to the right, then back to the left, then back to the right. But dominating is the right side. So you have this imbalance in your muscular system. And this is heart rate variability, the thing we did with your hand on the cradle. Yeah. It's reading timing between the heartbeats to look at what's referred to as sympathetic parasympathetic balance. Your stress response, your relaxation response. I'll make it simplistic in that way. And this is him. He's this little white square, and he needs to be in this bigger square. But he's off over here in his sympathetic nervous system, which is sympathetic overload. This is stress response. Is activated. Your body's in a state of, again, looking at this, is a state of distress. And so this indicates brain stress. This indicates cardiovascular stress. This indicates your body is, you have your foot on the gas, and it's your body and brain can't relax. So you can't heal when you're in that state. Your sleep is affected. Your digestion is affected. You even said your digestion has been off, and we saw this on the x-ray. His digestion is affected since this back pain and stuff. So this means that his body is not healing, it's not happy, it's in a state of tension and distress. I know I sound repetitive, but that's what it is. And I like these scans because it's an objective measure as to what's going on with somebody. And as someone goes through care, we do these because they're non-invasive. They're not putting anything harmful into you. And you could do these all day. They're not going to affect your health or harm you in any way. But it's a good guide to look at how chiropractic is going to improve someone's muscular system, muscular balance, de-stress the nervous system, de-stress the brain, and just allow your body to function better, heal better, and get you to a state of better health. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So this scan, and I relate this to blood work to a medical doctor. You know, a medical doctor, you get some kind of blood work done. It's an objective look at what is going on with this individual, what's in range, what's out of range, and then hopefully make some healthy choices to bring the stuff back into range. And that's what this is. We're looking at this on that level. It takes your score. It takes all these scans, the summaries of all these scans. These are actual scans. And the summary to each scan is right here, so you can go back and read what these are because it's a lot of information. But yeah, out of these scans, like 61, is that 51 or 61? I was just blinded by the light. 61% out of 100, 61 out of 100%, 56 out of 100%, 57 out of 100% in these arenas. And so it gives you an average global score that your body is functioning at 58% of its 100% potential. So in school terms, your body is failing.
Yeah.
All right,
I knew something wasn't
and
right.
we got to get this. It's saying very challenged, so we got to get this number higher. All right, that's our goal. Get this number higher.
Yeah, study harder.
Study harder. Exactly.
Do my homework.
So, to just go over briefly, if you've seen spines before, or maybe not, I'm sure you've seen other videos of other doctors going through this stuff. So, some are very educational, some to like go very into the education process of an X-ray. I'm not going to necessarily do that. I'm just going to give you a basic overview here of a neck curve should arc to the front. A mid-back curve should arc this way. A lower back curve should arc this way. Okay, and when we look, these curves are there to absorb the stresses of life. And so when we lose the curves due to misalignments or traumas, it starts to create, again, distress in the nervous system, tension in the muscles, abnormal stress on the tendons and ligaments. And so it starts to create all these problems, neuromusculoskeletal problems. So we lose the curve, and then over time, the disc, the cushioning will wear away, and we start to get these points called spurs, arthritic changes to the spine. So he has a straight spine here. It's actually straight, and then it reverses at the top, putting a lot of pressure at the base of the skull. So on his scan, where you're seeing all those reds and blacks up here, it's because there's a lot of pressure up here. Number 7 has misaligned backwards, and that's one of the other reasons why this is reversing. Mid-back is pinned straight. There should be an arc here. There should be an arc in his mid-back. I guess we won't edit that out, stuff happens. We'll keep it real. Not everything goes smooth during some of these things. There should be a curve this way, and he doesn't have one. It's completely straight. So far, he's not absorbing the stresses of everyday life. And even down here, there's no curve down here. Well, there's a curve. There's less curve in his lower back. And in between each bone, there's this thing called the disc, the cushion. It shows up as a black space. And, well, this is a nice black space. This is a nice black space. Number 4, between number 4 and number 5, it's wearing away. Between number 5 and S1, there was a streak here in the X-ray, in the processor. So this, there's little issues here. But anyway, he's got a really degenerated disc at L5, S1. The nerves come out here in these holes, and he's having some pressure here and down at L5. So that's what's giving him some sciatic symptoms and a numbness in the leg. So we have to protect this. I told him he needs to protect this for the rest of his life, because this can turn into a bad situation, either surgical or a disc problem, or, well, he's got a disc problem, but a bigger disc problem. And we just don't want it to get to that level. So that's the overview of that view. On this view, we're looking at him from behind. The biggest thing is his left hip is higher than his right hip. I did measurements. So his pelvis is tilted and it's rotated. Tilted, rotated, is contributing to his lower back problem. The lower back spine is fairly straight here. He's got some rotation in the lumbar spine, creating tension again on the nerves and stuff along the spine. But until he starts to tilt to the right here, along the left shoulder blade, then he tilts to the left. And then when he gets up to the neck here, all these lines should be parallel to the horizon line. And you can see like they're tilted big time. All in here, a lot of pressure up in this neck region. And again, on the scan, it was showing his reds and blacks. So what I adjusted last night was his C1, his T7, and his right ilium, and a little bit of on L5, because I was getting a lot of pressure at L5, a lot of stuck ilium. Adjusted these two, adjusted his T7, adjusted his atlas on the right, and or his atlas on the left rather, and he was doing a little bit better today.
Yeah.
So this is an overview of him. All this stuff here is his gas patterns. This is showing, when I see this on an X-ray, it's either the nerves to the nerves in the nervous system is under stress and it's affecting the digestive system, or it's related to food sensitivities, and someone has to do a food sensitivity test to look at what's creating inflammation, gas, or bloating. Okay. Pistachios. They could do it. They show up on the test as positive.
Oh, yeah?
Yes. Well, that's one of the things on the food sensitivity test they look for is pistachios.
That makes sense. I ate a bunch of them.
I'm going to close this for a minute, and then we're going to move on to adjusting. Do you have any comments or questions? As I'm just
No,
blabbering here.
yeah, it's just been a great learning experience.
So we're gonna scope this young man. This guy's only 29 years old. He's got a lot of life ahead of him, hopefully. Have you sit here and face that way.
Yeah, better, right?
You better.
Get all fixed up and go get eaten by a bear.
Right. He's done a lot of physical work, as we said. He's got a lot of stress and tension in the spine and degenerative stuff going on from his physical labor. We're just scoping him, looking at the needle here, see what's going on. Looks like there's we call it a break analysis. Right around here, looks like T5. I'll count down and see what that's more specifically is.
Sorry.
No, you're good. I know Gonstead people are going to yell at me for not having you gowned and doing this with a shirt on, but they'll get over it. He's got a lot of activity in here today, right?
Mm-hmm.
This guy. Doing all right there, Charles?
Yeah, she's just flaring up on me.
If you need to, still got a lot of pressure in that lower lumbar spine.
Yeah, she's tense right now.
Right in there. You okay there?
Yeah, just
need to
stand up if possible.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Just pop it up.
So again, sometimes this happens. You know, it's someone's having a lot of pain. You just got to kind of roll with it. And but this is real. You know, people have this pain all. Unfortunately.
Unfortunately, yeah, this ain't a myth.
So I'm just feeling how his joints are moving, right? And so, I mean, I just know from yesterday, I'm feeling that he just doesn't have. He has actually better extension in his lumbar spine than you did last night. Last night, your L5 and L4 were not extending. Now they are better. Your right SI joint is still really locked up. It's T5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 5 and 9 we'll look at. Last night when I palpated his neck and I was just moving it like this, he felt like he was going to pass out just by doing this.
Yeah, I just instantly got tingles all through my body again.
All right, we're going to go to this table, okay?
Oh yeah, that just made me
Now, I mean, there's times, I'm not going to do it here in this video, but there are times I'll do more soft tissue work on somebody. I'll do, myofascial release. I'll do, again, a bunch of soft tissue things, scraping and whatnot, but I'm just going to do adjustments tonight just because he's in a lot of pain.
Yeah.
And I'm going to get some listings off his x-ray. I'm going to do this T5 first. You're going to have your shoulders drop down there, Charles. Now he's got a straight mid-back spine, and sometimes it's hard to adjust. Sometimes you do it on a knee chest table. I'm going to do this here. You're going to feel me kind of lean into you and set that guy.
Whew.
T9. All right, so we're going to get in here. Set this guy. Not bad, a little more. There you go. I'm going to pump this L5 a little bit and just get some. Doing okay?
Yeah.
Just tell me what's going on. Don't.
That's just my right where you're going. Yep. Ah. Ah.
Okay.
That's so tense right now.
Yeah. I can feel that.
Holy moly.
I have the say Charles was being really good because, you know, we told him no F-bombs on the video.
Yes, yeah, I was about to do it.
He said, because I don't know how to edit yet. I'm really just, these are just like really raw videos. We're not really that great at editing and stuff. So I don't know how to beep stuff out or bleep anything out. I'm gonna have you, like last night, you're gonna lay on your side and face me. Your shoulder here and your head here, okay? Joy, straighten this bottom leg. We're gonna bend this top leg.
Yeah, fucking
You're gonna drain this arm,
Beep.
this arm.
Oh, yeah, my bad.
It's all right. You're gonna feel me just stretch you out. I'm gonna get on this, push this. Good job. Sorry, I went for a double shot there. I got it the first time.
It's my foot came off the.
You're good. I was a little greedy there, but I wanted to make sure I lay there for a minute.
She moved.
Just wanted to make sure I got all of that. I'm gonna work on his feet for a minute. He's got some flat feet too. You okay?
Yeah.
You okay laying there like that?
Just let the pain go.
Again, if you need to move, if you need to stand up, if you just let me know what's going on and what you need, you know.
That's all right. That one doesn't want to move. The right side.
No, you did good. You're adjusting fine. You're doing great. Okay, we're gonna bring you up, okay, for a second. Bring this leg on, don't straddle the table. And then just have you just walk back and forth here. Get a sense of how you're feeling.
Oh yeah, hey, you know.
Don't you don't have to bend down to get that. It's
That's a trap.
it's my
That was a test.
it's my
I got you.
What's different right now?
That whole bulge in my I don't know, they turned my butt cheek. The pension is, it's still slightly there, but it's 90% not there anymore. It's a big difference. It's a big difference. It's nuts.
Nuts better.
Yeah, way better. Yeah, this is
He's so acute that right now he's gonna get adjusted. That's gonna last, and then because of how bad you came in last night, you're not gonna feel probably like 100% relief right away, but little by little, each adjustment is going to get more pressure off that, set the spine, and eventually allow those ligaments and stuff to heal. But
yeah, just like I said, just because there was so much tension on the, especially the top that like wrapped around the hip, and like it's not there anymore. It's pretty good. It's pretty sweet. I mean, it's still numb down the leg, but the pain is a lot.
so after last night, he said that the sciatica pain, is that a lot less or?
Yeah. So to like kind of repeat what I said yesterday, it's always like not always after the adjustment, it was pretty much gone besides the numbness in the leg, but the stabbing pain wasn't there until I sit down in the car, and then 5 minutes after sitting, it just goes right back into its old groove, and but it's like I said this morning, it's been a lot easier for me to like get it back into the correct position, to where it relieves it. And like right now, like this is the most relief I've had since having it. You know, this is incredible. This is awesome. You know.
So when you sit, it creates a lot of pressure on the spine, and so the spine and disc. So sitting is going to aggravate that lower disc if he sits for any extended period of time. That'll subside and start to go away as his spine gets better and his adjustments hold. But usually that's what happens. You start to sit, and that's why you feel the pain then. The compression of the nerve is also giving him the numbness symptoms, and that's gonna, nerve irritation, pain, trauma takes time to go away. So the numbness is gonna be one of the things that goes away last. What I'm just looking for right now in the beginning of here, I'm trying to get him relief, I'm trying to get him functionality, I'm trying to get these joints moving better. So as a result, eventually we could get more stress and irritation off the nerves. Hopefully the sciatica will go away completely, and the numbness will go away too, and he'll get full feeling back in his leg.
Yeah.
Some of the goals. Let me have you sit here for a minute. This is the first time I'm using that light on there, and like there's spots in front of my eyes. I'm like,
Oh yeah.
I'm like,
Seeing stars.
like trying to read what I wrote here, and I'm like, all right, it's like a strobe light in front of my face. So we're gonna adjust this atlas again. I'm gonna bring this strap around you. This is to prevent safe adjustments. So when you come behind his left ear, you're gonna bring your head to the left a little bit. I'm gonna tilt this up slightly, and you're gonna feel me push this way.
Oh,
Inside
shit.
that atlas.
Hold on. That was
All right.
yeah. That was a lot. That was a lot.
There's a lot of stress in your neck and spine and nervous system.
I'm just gonna super plan me.
Yeah, sometimes people can have that nervous system reaction where they get a little clammy, sweat, created a little sympathetic
A little blood flow.
reaction. Just gonna adjust his shoulders. He said his shoulders were very crunchy and crackly and
Yeah, snap cracking.
all right. Well, I
We're
think
gonna
we'll.
do the other side if you need to.
No, you're good.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll work. I'll get to the lower neck next time.
That was like a. Yeah, that was good.
You want any ending comments? I want to thank you for letting us do this video, and but I'm excited for you. I know you're going to do better and well.
I'm already that. It's awesome. It's awesome. Thank you.
No, you're my privilege and honor.
Thank you.
All right, well, you
Thank
guys
you.
take care. Comment in the section, subscribe, whatever we could do to help you. That's why we do these things.
There are options.
There are options. Amen, brother.